Let's speak to our US correspondent, Fraser Jackson, about the hearing then. Fraser, look, no surprise that vaccines have dominated quite a bit of this hearing so far.
No, the things that made RFK Jr. such a controversial presidential candidate in this election that's just passed are the same things that are potentially sinking his bid to be Secretary of State for Health. Now, he does have a history of anti-vaccine rhetoric. He says he's not anti-vaccine, but he did indeed found the Children's Health Defense, which is an anti-vaccine group. He's also falsely linked vaccines to autism. He's also going to take some fire for his stance on abortion. He is a former Democrat turned Republican, and his pro-abortion stance at times has brought him under fire from some conservatives, including the former Vice President for Donald Trump, Mike Pence. So he's likely to get some questioning on that as well. Now, some of his views have been quite out there. He's certainly been pushed back upon by his own family. His cousin, Caroline Kennedy, just the other day called him a predator, and his family have before in the past called him a Kennedy in name only. So some quite scathing remarks from his own family. More casual viewers of France 24 will probably remember him best for the headline-grabbing news items that we've covered over the last year or so. He placed a dead bear cub in the center of Central Park in New York a few years ago. He also decapitated a whale that he found washed up on a beach in New England and transported it back to his home as well on top of his car. There's been numerous news stories like that, including one about a brain that died in a worm that died inside of his brain, that have really grabbed attention internationally and really have put him into the limelight potentially for all the wrong reasons.
And look, Fraser, given all of those sort of controversial stories that have swirled around Kennedy, is he likely to win the support of enough Republicans at this hearing to be confirmed and become health secretary?
Well, it's an extremely fine line. So this is the first of two Senate hearings that RFK is going to be going through. The other one will be tomorrow. And then we are waiting to find out when the actual vote will be on his nomination. It's likely that all Democrats in the Senate will vote against him, which means that he can only really afford to lose 3 Republicans on the Senate side. Otherwise, it will come down to J.D. Vance to break the tie in the same way that he did for Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, just a couple of days ago. So it is going to come down to the wire, most likely, for RFK Jr. We're waiting to see whether that will happen for him. It's going to be a nail-biter whichever way this goes.
Fraser Jackson for us there live outside the White House. Thanks very much indeed.